of a marriage between Remy Ma and Papoose. Y'all let these girls get out here and call me a liar. Y'all let them get out here and call us a liar. I was alone out here standing 10 toes down that there was something going down between them. And I heard from both of their teams, even got cease and desist from team.
For years, Papoose and Claressa Shields projected an image that felt almost untouchable. To fans, they weren't just a couple, they were a symbol. Two powerful figures from different worlds moving in lockstep, celebrating each other publicly, supporting each other loudly, and presenting a version of love that seemed disciplined, intentional, and unbreakable. Every post, every appearance, every shared moment reinforced the idea that what they had was rare. Social media amplified that image. Milestones were applauded. Achievements were shared. Smiles looked effortless. Their relationship appeared to be built on mutual respect, admiration, and unity. To the outside world, it seemed rock solid, something to admire from a distance. Something many wish they had in their own lives. But as history constantly reminds us, what's visible is rarely the full story. Behind polished photos and carefully curated captions, real life continues to unfold. And sometimes it takes one disruptive voice to challenge the narrative everyone else has accepted. In this case, that voice belonged to Tasha K. When Tasha K went public with her claims, the reaction was immediate and explosive. This wasn't a quiet rumor that drifted through comment sections. It hit like a shockwave. Fans, critics, and casual observers alike were forced to reconsider what they thought they knew. The conversation shifted almost overnight from admiration to scrutiny. From celebration to suspicion, what made the situation especially compelling was that the cracks didn't appear out of nowhere, long before the allegations became public. Some fans had already started noticing subtle inconsistencies. Nothing dramatic, nothing definitive. Just small moments that didn't quite line up. A delayed response here. A noticeable absence there. A shift in tone that felt slightly off compared to what people had grown accustomed to seeing. Individually, these details were easy to dismiss. But collectively, they began to form a pattern. For someone like Tasha K, who has built a reputation on questioning narratives others accept at face value, those small inconsistencies mattered. According to her, they suggested something deeper was happening behind the scenes. And once she started connecting those dots, she claimed the public image didn't fully match the private reality. When her revelations surfaced, fans reacted in waves. Disbelief came first, then shock, then anger. Many refused to accept the possibility that a relationship they admired could be anything less than what it appeared. Others, however, felt the allegations explained things they'd quietly wondered about for months. What separated this moment from ordinary gossip was the level of detail. Tasha K didn't simply imply tension existed. She pointed to behaviors, interactions, and moments that, in her view, suggested unresolved issues and internal strain. Suddenly, the image of perfection felt fragile. Claressa Shields found herself at the center of the storm. Known worldwide for her discipline, mental toughness, and composure, Claressa has long been celebrated as someone who thrives under pressure. In the ring, she's relentless. Outside of it, she's controlled, confident, and direct. That reputation led many to expect that she would handle the controversy with the same precision she brings to her sport. And publicly, she did. Her responses were measured. Her words were chosen carefully. Her presence remained composed. But viewers began to notice something beneath the surface. The pauses. The freezing, the restraint. It wasn't weakness, it was tension. The kind that comes from having deeply personal matters discussed without consent. In front of millions. No amount of discipline can completely shield someone from the emotional impact of unexpected exposure. And for Claressa, this wasn't just commentary, it was her private life becoming public property. Papoose faced a different kind of pressure. As a veteran in the music industry, he's no stranger to public scrutiny. He's navigated media cycles, criticism, and controversy before. But this situation felt different. It wasn't about music, business, or public decisions. It was about character, relationships, and moments fans had never been meant to see. His responses appeared cautious, at times defensive, at other moments restrained. Every word he spoke was analyzed. Every post was dissected. Supporters searched for reassurance. Critics searched for confirmation. Neutral observers watched closely, trying to interpret what his tone and timing might reveal. Social media quickly turned into a courtroom without rules. Supporters of the couple rallied hard, accusing critics of tearing down a successful Black relationship. Others argued that questioning a public image wasn't betrayal, it was accountability. Tasha K's supporters pointed to her past reporting, insisting that patterns mattered and that silence spoke volumes. Screenshots circulated. Old interviews resurfaced. Clips were replayed with new interpretations. Moments once considered harmless were now viewed through a different lens. The narrative began to grow larger than any single claim, evolving into a broader conversation about image, pressure, and authenticity. As more people examined past interactions between Claressa and Papoose, small details took on new significance. A glance that lingered too long, a comment that felt slightly guarded, a smile that didn't quite reach the eyes. On their own, these moments meant nothing. Together, they suggested a relationship navigating stress beneath a polished exterior. The discussion slowly moved beyond gossip. It became a reflection on how celebrity relationships function under constant observation, how public admiration can become a burden, how maintaining an image can quietly strain the very connection it's meant to protect. Claressa's public handling of the situation revealed the complexity of living in the spotlight. Every response had to strike a balance, defending herself without escalating the narrative, maintaining dignity without confirming speculation. Strategic silence became as loud as any statement. Papoose, meanwhile, faced the challenge of preserving authenticity while managing perception. In an environment where every move is scrutinized, even honesty can be misinterpreted. The pressure to respond, clarify, or remain silent became a constant calculation. What this situation underscored most powerfully was the role of social media in shaping reality. Platforms designed for connection became arenas for speculation. Fans became investigators. Opinions hardened quickly. Narratives formed and spread faster than facts could catch up. Truth, assumption, and interpretation blurred together, creating a momentum no single person could fully control. As the story continued unfolding, it became clear that the cracks being discussed weren't necessarily about scandal alone. They reflected something deeper: the human cost of perfection. Papoose and Claressa had spent years representing strength, unity, and mutual respect. When that image was questioned, the reaction was intense because people had invested emotionally in what they believed that image represented. Some fans felt disappointed. Others felt protective. Many expressed empathy, recognizing how difficult it must be to manage personal challenges under constant observation. The conversation expanded to include themes of loyalty, honesty, and the unrealistic expectations placed on public figures. What resonated most was the reminder that no relationship is immune to tension. Fame magnifies everything: success, conflict, misunderstanding, emotion. What might remain private for others becomes public spectacle for celebrities. And in that environment, even small fractures can appear enormous. By the time the dust began to settle, one thing was undeniable: the narrative had changed. Tasha K's claims, whether fully accepted or not, forced a reevaluation. Papoose and Claressa were no longer viewed solely as a flawless couple, but as real people navigating complex dynamics under extraordinary pressure. The illusion of perfection had been replaced with a more complicated, more human reality, and as fans continue to debate, analyze, and speculate, the story remains unfinished. What happens next isn't just about public statements or social media posts. It's about how truth, perception, and personal reality intersect in an age where nothing stays private for long and where the image people fall in love with may never tell the full story.